Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to Daily's 2A News. So as if there's not already enough laws, enough rules, enough regulations that are bearing down on us on a daily basis, it looks like now when it comes to red flag laws, law enforcement is going to be using your social media and possibly determining whether or not you could be a risk from that. Let's talk about it. Okay, so let's talk about this because it's very interesting and disturbing at the same time. So we all understand that there's privacy, right? And that you have a certain right to privacy. But when you put things out there on social media, especially things on social media that are public where anybody can go and they can access that information, law enforcement has caught on that they can simply go around through that social media and gather whatever information on you that they want from that social media. Even considering the fact that there are a lot of social media accounts out there where people aren't necessarily being themselves. They're being a little bit, hyper or over the top just to get those extra clicks or those extra views. And, it may be more of a persona than the actual person who is, in front of the camera, right? Regardless of that, that information is out there. And I was reading an article at the ILA's website, and this article was talking about how law enforcement is now cross-referencing all of the information that they're receiving on a person to find what their social media outlets are, and cross-referencing all of the different accounts that they have, and then compiling that as data to be used at that time or at a later time. Now, the article went on to talk about a problem specifically in California and in Los Angeles County, where law enforcement is actually using that in terms of possibly producing a red flag order. So what a red flag order is, obviously it's a restraining order that takes away all of your Second Amendment protections for a specific amount of time, and then you can go and defend yourself and try and prove that you're innocent later. It's basically they're saying that you are a danger. They're taking away, again, all of your personal property, your private property. They're taking away your Second Amendment rights, and you can go defend yourself after the fact and possibly get that stuff back, but that's not actually guaranteed. Well, in California and a lot of other states that are implementing these red flag laws, one of the groups, agencies, or people that can actually file one of these against you is law enforcement, right? If law enforcement deems that they think that you could be a danger, well, they can simply now look up your social media, say, well, he seemed a little bit angry this day, or he seemed a little bit upset this day, or he seemed like he was maybe talking about how he didn't like things that were going on right now and was really upset about it and maybe wanted to stand up to it one day, or whatever it is that they find on there. Law enforcement simply has to go now, fill out an affidavit at the court, and then on that affidavit, they can put a link to the video, they can put your handle, whatever your name is right there, and then submit that affidavit directly to a judge in order to issue a red flag order against somebody who has done absolutely nothing, just based off of information that they're gathering from your social media. So I think we all pretty much understood that when we saw extreme risk protection orders starting to spread more and more across the country, we knew that this could be a very slippery slope. And having law enforcement use your First Amendment to essentially relieve you of your Second Amendment, that's just one of the things that we kind of already knew could potentially happen. We knew that the potential for manipulation is there. We know that the potential for abuse is there. We know that people lie. And again, the process is you go in, you fill out an affidavit with whatever information is on there. It could be minimal information, but again, it's only one side of the story, right? That goes in front of a judge. The judge then grants or denies that the extreme risk protection order. If they grant it without you knowing any of this is going on, they show up at your house, you lose your Second Amendment rights, which is, again, a fundamental right in our Bill of Rights, and they also confiscate all of your legally owned property. And all of this happened without you even knowing anything about it. Then, again, at a later date, you can go in and you could try and prove yourself innocent after the fact. And that's where the whole due process thing goes on. So you lose your Second Amendment rights and you have your property confiscated from you without ever being convicted of anything. And in a lot of states now, they're allowing like somebody like an ex-spouse, okay? Somebody like an ex-girlfriend to file one of these against you. I don't see that working out bad at all. I mean, if things didn't end very amicably and they wanted some type of revenge, well, that's just a great way for them to do it. Now, filling out an affidavit and filing a false statement is illegal. Okay, that is illegal. They're not allowed to do that. But some people don't care. They're willing to do that just to get back at you. And so again, it can be manipulated and it can be used, and not just by the people that you know, but also by the agencies like law enforcement who would wish to see people without this stuff, okay? So we have to be aware of what you're posting and what you're putting out there, and just be cognizant of the fact that they're using your social media in order to possibly build something against you. So it's good to know what's going on out there. It's good to be aware of all of these different things, and these red flag laws need to be stopped. They need to be overturned. So again, I just wanted to talk about that. It was a very eye-opening article. I'll see if I can find it again so I can link it down below. You guys can read it for yourself. But I want to thank you all very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Please like, subscribe. Have a great day.